we're answering more of your questions. Question number 1. Does it cause friendship issues? Think it's risky, things have turned sour? How do I know how many calories to eat a day? I never know if I'm eating enough. When it comes to knowing how many calories to eat a day, there are a few things you need to do. Now you need to...
What gym gear would you recommend for a beginner? I don't want to waste my money. Things you absolutely need. Seriously, just say that. How many times are we going to meet like this?
Too many.
We are back with another episode.
And today we're answering more of your questions. You have been sending in so many and we cannot thank you enough. So now we're going to do our part of answering as many of them as we can.
So let's get stuck into them.
So, question number 1. How do you feel being business partners? Does it cause friendship issues? Oh,
dun, dun, dun.
juicy. I would like to say no.
Like to say?
No, it doesn't. It actually doesn't.
No, I'm never going to get over that.
Look.
Well, I would like to say yeah.
No, we have never had an argument. We have never hated each other. I mean, I don't think. I mean, I haven't.
I may have for about 5 seconds while she was setting up the camera.
Oh my god. And I was like, Frankie, I strongly suggest you look away. She was going, ah!
For good reason. Someone is...
What?
Questionably handed.
Someone needs to chill.
I will agree with that statement any other time.
Anyway, no, we genuinely get on amazingly. We train together, we work together. I think what's nice is there's just no competitive edge in the slightest. Like, there's no sort of sense of trying to one-up each other, outdo each other. There's just never anything like that. It's just so pure. We just have each other's best interest at heart the entire time, I can hand on heart say. And I just think it's such a rarity nowadays, which is unfortunate because I can't actually relate to that with many other people in my life.
Oh, it's when you say it, I don't consciously think of it very often because it's just so natural to me whenever I'm with you. It's so easy. That's how I describe our friendship. It's just really easygoing and it's great that we're interested in the same things.
Yeah.
Hence the podcast.
Exactly. I mean, yeah. Look, we set up a goddamn podcast together.
I know, yeah, it's so much fun. I personally love it. I love our little business meetings because we are ourselves in it.
Yeah.
It's very much who we are. I think as people, we enjoy being productive. We enjoy it even more when it's together.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we always make time for each other, whether that's training, cooking, filming content for you guys, doing our podcasts, helping each other with our personal training and coaching and everything in that room, or we're just sitting there watching Big Mama or whatever it is. There's never a dull day and it's lovely.
It's so nice, yeah. Like we can enjoy both things, which is the fun part of it. I think we just share a feeling of accomplishment every time we've
been together.
Yeah, every time we've been together.
We did something.
Yeah.
We make some banging food.
Oh yeah, the food is a good part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. And the music.
I know. I think we're the same, but not. That's what's helpful.
We're the same person in different fonts. That's what I always like to say.
That's my favourite thing that she says. It's
true. She's like the curly writing, and I'm just like this plain bold writing. I think that's like the difference. I do know people who have gone into business together, whether that's in a relationship or with their best mate, and things have turned sour. And I understand why people would then think it's risky. I do agree because it can be. It depends on the type of person you're going into business with and what you both want from it. As long as you're always as honest and pure with each other as you can be, and you recognise that it is more than just a business, like it is a friendship, and that the relationship needs nurturing just as much as what we're doing does, and you make time to just go out and get food or go and have a fun night out or have a movie night or do all these fun things, you'll always be okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Knowing how to keep a good balance with everything.
Yeah.
Having enough trust for the other person is really important as well. And I suppose being really clear about what your expectations are of each other. So like for this podcast, we made a nice clear plan.
Yeah.
We had trialed enough times what we were doing to know this is how often we can keep this up without putting way too much pressure on ourselves.
Yeah, because then you start to take stress out on other people, and that's when arguments happen.
Does that answer it well?
Yeah, definitely.
On to question 2. Does it matter what time I go to the gym? There's so many of these timing questions.
Yeah.
Like, why are you all so obsessed with time? I keep hearing everyone say that going at 5 a.m. is the best time, but I really struggle to wake up early. Amen to that. Getting up early, if you're not a naturally inclined early bird, is really, really hard.
Yeah. And we have spoken on previous episodes about this, so make sure to check them out. We have a morning routine specifically dedicated podcast, and in our previous episode we did also give some tips and tricks on how to wake up early and be productive, so definitely give them a watch.
To answer this question specifically, in terms of being in a gym environment and training, the only reason timing matters is how you're best supported by the time you choose to go. So for me, I go in the morning because I know that's when I'm going to be most productive. Some people have more energy during the evening, and then that would be a good time to go for them. Some people have more energy during the afternoon period. So it really is person specific.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is very based on your own lifestyle, the times that you eat, the times that you sleep, the times that you peak. So it's all about you. Yeah, if you're naturally an early bird, I would say go first thing in the morning and you'll be set for the day. Your productivity will increase, your energy will increase, your mood will be boosted. All of these pros will be added on. However, if you're somebody who may struggle to sleep, training at night could be beneficial because it can help you sleep better. If your pre-workout snack consists of something high in caffeine, I wouldn't recommend taking that if you're going to train in the evening, because caffeine can stay up to your system around 6 to 8 hours. So chances are that you will then still come back and not be as tired. If you're going to take pre-workout before you go, try and minimise it a little bit. So reduce the amount that you're having, possibly have half a scoop instead of a full scoop, have a black coffee, if anything. That's the most natural form of caffeine. Have a little look at your daily routine. A week or so just observing your energy levels at different times.
It really is that. It really is about observation.
Yeah.
And how you structure your personal routine. I would always advise anyone to structure this in a way that allows you to be most productive.
And also in a way which is just the easiest, which you have to think about the least. So if you're getting up naturally at 5 a.m. and you're not in at work till 8, but you just get up at 5 and do nothing, you might as well just go to the gym at that point. Go when's easiest for you. If you've got a gym that's near your work and you're going to be going past it on your way home, go to the gym straight from work. Do things so it doesn't seem as much effort and you'll get them done quicker.
The most productive thing will likely be the easiest thing for you to do.
Yeah.
It's way harder for me to go to the gym after a full day of work. Go at the time where you feel most energized because you're going to get the most out of your workout. Going early in the day is great because you get it done first thing before the rest of the day starts.
Exactly.
So you can then use the energy from the workout for the rest of the day. It's great to go early, I would say, but it's whatever time works for you.
Okay, question number 3. How do I know how many calories to eat a day? I never know if I'm eating enough. I like this question.
Of course she does. She is your go-to nutritionist. So let's hear it.
So, as a nutritional coach, this is something I hear all of the time. It's also very prominent when you're PTing people, because although you're focusing on just training, eating is always going to be the biggest part. It is around 70 to 80% what you eat and 20 to 30% how you train. So keep that in mind. Anyway, when it comes to knowing how many calories to eat a day, there are a few things you need to do. Now you need to weigh yourself and you need to measure your height, and you just need to know your age and your gender. Once you've got your basic height and your weight measurements, go onto a BMI our calculator, so which is your basal metabolic rate. And that is the amount of calories your body will need to sufficiently complete all the processes and functions it goes through in a day. So forget exercising, forget doing anything strenuous. Just if you were to sit here and barely move all day, how many calories you need to survive. That's your BMR. Now this calculator will tell you that. So you've put in all your details, it's told you a baseline. Now that will most probably be somewhere between 1,200, 1,300. It probably won't exceed that, especially as a woman. As a male, possibly a little bit more, but I've never really seen a BMR that's above like 1,500. There will then be an option to continue, and you can put in your activity factor, and it will do all the hard work for you. You don't have to do any maths. You just have to say whether you're lightly active, moderately active, highly active. It will guide you through it. It will then tell you the exact amount of calories you should be eating a day based on the exercise you do. The more exercise you're doing, the more energy you're burning, the more food you need to refuel yourself. So it is definitely important to know how many calories you should be eating. That does not mean you need to track your calories. I do help my clients do this, but this isn't something that's a necessity. Just be mindful of what you're eating and make sure you're eating enough throughout the day. When it comes to things like bulking, cutting, you want to lose weight, you want to build muscle, you want to complete all these different goals, that's when it gets a little bit more complicated and you need to alter your calories slightly here and there. But again, that's something that you don't really have to worry about too much. That's more of something of what me or Frankie would do as a personal trainer or as a nutritional coach. You'd have those extra details as well, like your macros. So you'd know exactly how many calories of carbs, proteins, fat in grams that you'd need to consume as well. That's something I wouldn't worry too much about. Type in on Google BMR calculator. The best one's probably the NHS one. It's one of the first ones that come up. Just go onto that BMR calculator and it will do everything for you.
Question number 4. Our final one. What gym gear would you recommend for a beginner? A lot of equipment is so expensive and I don't want to waste my money.
Fair enough. Who does?
For gym equipment, especially as a beginner, I'd say to keep it really simple, have things you absolutely need. Something to keep you hydrated, a water bottle.
Like the one that Frankie has shown.
A big
lamp.
A different one, didn't I? Get yourself a massive water bottle. I have this metal one because I want to avoid consuming plastic, which is not good for us. What other equipment? Well, we've been down this road before, but
Oh, I know what you're gonna say if you even said it.
Gym gloves. If you're me and you want to protect your hands and not get calluses, hardening of the skin, gloves to protect your hands. Yeah, get them.
My response is this. For our friendship.
I'm trying to think of what else really. A foam roller for the rest and recovery days. They're great for relieving delayed onset muscle soreness, which is something we've spoken about in our last episode. The correct shoes for the exercise that you're doing. If you're weightlifting, you want something nice and flat. It's for your form, that you're not too far away from the ground. And if you're running, something spongier.
Like a bubble at the bottom, you know, you've got like your New Balances or just some like running trainers. And as for the weightlifting ones, you're thinking more on like the Converse, Vans, Lines, just anything completely flat.
Invest in a decent pair of headphones. We've spoken about this before as well. We've gone over the whole story of Abby losing her AirPods.
Never again.
Something that fits your ears. Invest in good quality headphones for the music as well. Like you want to be hearing whatever you're listening to
without it falling out your ears every 5 seconds.
Yeah, like something that stays on your head or in your ears. I like AirPods because they're not attached to a wire, so I can roam wherever. I can go wherever I want, and it's not inconvenient with a wire. Headphones I also find make my hair really sweaty when I'm training with them, so I don't personally have them.
Yeah, I'm a headphone user because I've just gone through too many pairs of AirPods and JLabs and mini earphones that just fall out, and I just don't seem to get on very well with them. So I like your Beats, Soundcore, anything like that. Just plonk them on your head and they don't really come off unless you're going to hang upside down for too long. I used to wear a hat in the gym. I used to think I was so cool for wearing a hat in the gym. And I have nothing against people that wear hats in the gym because I used to love them.
Is there any other equipment we haven't mentioned?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I was just going to speak to how I used to... and some nice gym wear.
Yeah, would you say that's equipment?
I personally think so. I think it's definitely worth investing in a nice pair of shorts, a nice pair of leggings, a nice sports bra, a nice t-shirt. Just 1 or 2 outfits that you feel really comfortable in and you feel like you look good in. And that will also not only motivate you to go to the gym, but it will actually be worth the investment because they'll be squat proof, sweat proof, won't rip in 5 seconds. There's some good brands out there. I love Navigation. Gymshark's a well-known one. Able.
Riderwear?
Riderwear.
That's pretty decent.
Yeah.
Under Armour for certain things.
Yeah. They've got nice sports bras. Women's Best. There's so many. But they're probably the best ones I'd recommend. We will put them down below in the comments. Because I spent so much money on gym clothes, and I still do, I've started bribing myself. So I won't let myself buy any clothes until I reach a certain goal in the gym. So I remember I really wanted a pair of shorts. So I said to myself, when I get my 100 squat, I'll buy myself the shorts. And I worked tirelessly because I wanted those shorts. And guess what? I got the shorts. The way I'm happy that I got shorts.
Over the 100 kg squat. Are you mad? No, it's good. It's a good incentive is to sell it as like a reward.
Yeah.
You don't need a lot of equipment.
No.
If you're buying more than a few items, then you are wasting money.
Yeah.
Anything practical and that you absolutely need, get.
Yeah.
Everything else is just an accessory at that point.
Yeah.
I suppose it depends on the gym you're at as well. So at some gyms, they have clips that are quite fiddly to use. So I, for that reason, bought myself some clips.
Yeah.
If you want something for a particular exercise and you find it's not there a lot of the time, the cable machines are a good example of this. So the ropes, the ankle cuffs, sometimes they're just not there. Then that's something worth investing in.
As a general guide to start with, the absolute basics are the only things you really need.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode.
We are so grateful for all of the love and support we've received from you guys. It does not go unnoticed. Please like, comment, share, save, interact with this as much as possible. We really, really appreciate it.
You have been listening to Gains and Gossip.
In terms of your hair, yeah, I guess it does get sweaty, but maybe just like wash it afterwards or something.
Did you seriously just say that? Did you seriously just say maybe just like wash it?
Yeah, just a piece of advice for you out there. I used to wear a hat in the gym. I used to think I was so cool for wearing a hat in the gym. And I have nothing against people that wear hats in the gym because I used to love them. But yeah, anyway, point proven. If you want to wear a hat, wear a hat. If you want to wear headphones, wear headphones. If you want to wear earphones. Just find a good, solid music quality device. And hat won't give you music, but yeah.
It could. How sick would that be? The musical hat? Oh my god.
Or invent one of them.